So one thing that I would start maybe asking you, why we should care about runtime application security or protection if we have a lot of code scannings, SCA, everything, threat modeling, a lot of things that we can do during the development to avoid threats, to avoid problems. Why we should care about runtime application security? I mean, we have more memory consumption, all these problems on runtime environments. So why we should care about this? I would say, is it that so important to monitor our application at the runtime?
Like, and be more precise, it's also it's not only protection but also understanding the context from the runtime, right? It's combining these things together. The reason is there's a few reasons. Okay, first of all, in the code scanning and in the process of doing this SCA and code scanning, as you mentioned, there's a problem today of a lot of noise, right? So these are the effectiveness of code scanning and SCA today is plagued with a lot of false positive, a lot of noise. And we come, first of all, to have that runtime presence to help you understand how the application is behaving in order to come and reduce that noise. To say, hey, you know what, these issues are not relevant for you because your application is not loading this piece of software, or your application for this specific service is not exposed to user input, so it's less of a severe issue for you. And then on top of that, we add some, because we already understand how the application behaves, we can understand this better to figure out if there's a specific threat right now because we sense that the application is behaving differently, if it's loading something that it shouldn't load, if it's unauthorized software that's being run, or stuff like that.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. Pavel, you want to add something?
Yeah, and the main thing is that you want to improve your security posture, right? But you want to do that in the most efficient way. And you don't have all the resources in order to fix all of the vulnerabilities. So you have to know where you need to put the focus on. And that's the main key. You need to understand the most critical issues that you have on your environment and fix those first.
Okay, awesome point. And I would say that for our audience is one of the most confusions. I would say that also I feel on the field is people concerned about, okay, I have 1,000 vulnerabilities from my SaaS solution. I have another 1,000 of components that they have libraries, that they have libraries, a lot of CVEs and so on and so forth. What should I do? And as you were saying, with a runtime solution, it's easier for the runtime solution itself to kind of track, like, okay, you have a SQL injection here on this URL, for example, or you have a CV on this component. But this URL it's on the system, but it's not being used by the runtime. Let's say nobody's actually posting, getting information there. Also, this component is not being loaded into the memory. So this is kind of as I think Pavel mentioned, like a focus. Okay, this threat might be there, but it's not actionable, right? I can look to this after, but let's focus on something that it's kind of, as Ida mentioned, what is the real threat? What it's already being used today for the application. Okay, that's very nice.
E aí, gostou desse corte? Então segue, continua, que tem muito mais.